Good morning students. I hope you all are fine and safe at home. I am Shweta Mudgal, a representative of Shiv Jyoti Convent School. Today we are going to start the second chapter of Civics, that is understanding secularism. Here it is important for you to know the meaning of the secularism. What is secularism? In secularism, there is a separation of religion and the state. It does not promote any religion. All the religions are the equal and state does not declare any religion as an official religion. Response to discrimination. Students, what would be your response if we get discrimination on the basis of the religion? It could occur in two ways, that are in form of retaliation and no discrimination should exist. Imagine a person moving from India to another country where they are following different religion, which is different from the religion which the person is belonging, where he was discriminated. Then the two responses occurs. What were they? First is in form of retaliation. He thought that the person, when he visited to our country, he should be treated the same, means the tit of tat policy or a revenge kind of. Second, no discrimination should exist. We should feel that this is not fair, no discrimination should be done, everybody should be treated equally, no discrimination on the basis of the religion ground, and it is in India. So, this is a form of response of a discrimination. Now, there are numerous worldwide examples where the discrimination has been held. It is usually in three forms, that is discrimination, exclusion and persecution. Exclusions means a certain peoples are not allowed to do certain things. Like in Saudi Arabia, non-Muslim peoples are not allowed to build churches, only mosques can be built there. Exclusion, being a part of that nation, you are being excluded from the society. Why so? Because you belong to minorities. Like in Israel, Jewish state treats its own Muslims and Christians minorities quite badly. They are excluded from the mainstream. Last is persecution. At Hitler's rule, the Jews persecuted the Germany. Many numerous persons, Jewish persons were persecuted at that time. We are talking about the Hitler's rule. Now, come up to the next slide, that is secularism. As I have told you earlier, it is very clear to you, it is mentioned in your book on page number 19. Please read it carefully. The one key point is that secular country, it refers to a country which does not officially promote any religion. All the religions are equal. India is one of them. There are several countries who are following secularism, among them India is. It refers to the separation of religion from the state. The powers of the religion is not intermixed. The power of the religion is completely different from the power of the state. We can't intermix them. Now, why it is important to separate religion from the state? It is very much necessary to separate the religion from the state. Why it's so? Because it helps a country to function democratically. As in democracy, we allow fundamental rights in which each and every person should be treated equally on the basis of the religion. Secondly, to protect the rights of the minority. Minority would be at stake. The minorities commit atrocities if it does not happen. If it does not separate the religion from the state, the majorities would ruthlessly dominate the minority groups. It protects the freedom of individuals to exit from their religion, embrace any religion. It gave people the freedom to interpret religious teachings differently. Means a person who are living in a secular country is free to adopt any religion, to exit any religion or to join any religion of their own choice. There is no boundaries set by the government. He is completely free and he can interpret the religious teachings differently according to himself. What is Indian secularism? The Indian constitution mandates that the India state be secular only a secular state can release its objectives to ensure the following religion. There are certain points which is to be mentioned by or adopted by the secular state. One is that one religious community does not dominate another, and the members of the majority groups does not dominate the members of the minority groups. State keep itself separate from the religion. Steps were taken by Indian state to protect secularism in India. It uses a strategy of distancing itself from religion. If we talk about the government buildings or the government schools, the prayers offered there should not be based on the religious ideas, wherever private schools are exempted from it. And the government buildings are not allowed to promote any religion. A strategy of non-interference. Students, this is very much important for you to know. Here we are telling that the state does not interfere, but in any case, if the religious sentiments of a person is being hurt, then the state can interfere. How does it happen? Suppose there is a rule of wearing a helmet, but it is not allowed for a Sikh person who is wearing a pagri. He is exempted from this rule. Nobody will pressurize him to wear the helmet. So, this is a strategy of non-interference. With religious practice, the state makes certain exceptions for particular religious communities, including Sikh, the example I have given you here. Now, a strategy of intervention. What does it mean? The state can intervene if the untouchability is going on, or if the minority group's rights is being hampered by our society, then the state can intervene. If something wrong is being happened to a minority group, state can intervene. These two things which is different among the Indian secularism and the American secularism, which I will tell you later on in the last slide. The intervention of the state can also be in the form of support, means the government can provide aids to the school or to the minorities for their upliftment. The Indian Constitution grants the right to religious communities to set up their own school. Religious communities can set up their school and colleges, and it can also provide financial aid on a non-professional basis. So, these two things are the controversy from each other, but we should make it clear where we are setting our lines. Government can interfere when the untouchability is done and when the rights of a minority group is being hampered. And on the basis, if some religious person's sentiments is not being hurt, the government should keep care in their mind. In what way is Indian secularism different from that of the other democratic countries? In this slide, I am going to show you the difference between the Indian secularism and the other democratic countries. There is one significant way in which Indian secularism differs from the dominant understanding of secularism as practiced in the United States of America. There is a difference between the United States of the American secularism and the Indian secularism. In America, secularism, there is a strict separation between religion and the state. In America, there is a strict separation between the religion and the state. Nor the state, neither the religion can interfere into each other. They are completely and totally different. Whereas in India, the state can intervene in two cases. One is untouchability, and second, if the rights of the minority groups is being hampered, the state can intervene. First Amendment of the US Constitution prohibits the legislature from making laws respecting an establishment of religion or that prohibit the free exercise of religion. In US government, there is a word mentioning what is respecting an establishment. Establishment here means that the legislature cannot declare any religion as the official religion, and nor can they give preference to one religion. All the religions are equal. US government schools reside pledge of allegiance. Here in the schools, there was a poem and a word given there under the word. The students will not be pressurized to sing that word if it conflicts with their religious beliefs. So, religion is a part of the society and it should be different, it should allowed in its own way that we are trying to interpret in this chapter. I hope you got it. So, we finish the chapter here. Thank you.